What's up, everybody? Hopefully, you had a good Mother's Day this Sunday, and hopefully, you were able to play a little bit on the Server Slam this weekend. I was able to quite a bit, not as much as I wanted to. Had to spend time with my mom, which, of course, is a given, but was able to play a little bit. I was able to level two characters to level 20, a rogue and a druid, and was actually able to kill Ashava with this druid pretty simply, to be honest. So, I just want to share this build that I went over. Um, It's not the best build, but I had a blast playing it, and I was in World Tier Level 2 and really didn't have any issues. I killed a Shav on World Tier 1, and I think I got lucky because I got a really good group, and we downed him, her, it, whatever it is, the dragon is. We downed him with like 8 minutes left. So I guess I got really lucky looking at Reddit and everybody else struggling on it. So I don't know. Part of it, I think the build actually helped out. You'll see when I go over Bloodhowl. I think it helped out a lot. I could be wrong, but I think I was pretty beneficial to the group. So just want to show this. First, going over the gear I got. Again, nothing special. I got actually pretty unlucky with legendaries. The ones that I got, other than the amulet that everybody gets for completing the story part, I couldn't use. It was the one that made Grizzly Rage a werewolf instead of a werebear, and you don't get that until level 25. So I actually couldn't use any of them, but kind of going off of that, it gave me an idea for a build I'll put later on involving that legendary. But all the legendaries that I got, I farmed from dungeons. So that's kind of the point why I liked it. This was a self-built build, so to say. I didn't have to rely on a legendary drop, and I had a blast playing it. So I'll go over it. So first, I got the helm. Becoming injured while crowd controlled grants you unstoppable for 4 seconds. This was actually one that I got a drop, so I guess I lied. I only got one. But to me, this is highly beneficial because dealing with freeze, dealing with anything slowed, stunned, it makes you unstoppable and you can get out of the way. You can evade. You know, if you're another character, you can dash out of there. But it gives you kind of a saving grace, and you can use a potion. I also had Earthen Bulwark and leveled it up so where it also gave me unstoppable. So I had two options if I was in a bind to get out. So I really liked it. And again, nothing great, but I think a lot of builds will use it. Next up is my weapon. This one was the critical strikes with shred, deal 40% of damage. So this one was also got from a dungeon. I just put this on a two-handed mace that I got, and I really, really liked it. The whole point of the build was to poison and then deal shred, and then increase critical strike chance when enemies are poisoned. So I was actually seeing this a lot happen. Not the best AoE. However, I was using shred all the time, and I was doing a large group of AoE. I would use a poison creeper, get them all stacked up, get them poisoned, use rabies on bosses, on stronger enemies, and then hit shred, and it worked a lot. So I really liked it. Again, this wasn't anything that was a drop. I was able to just throw this on a weapon, and I really, really enjoyed it. So to me, it's one that you can use while leveling up once the game comes out in June. All right, kind of going on from that. Again, I pre-recorded this, so I apologize for the delay a little bit. Going on to my legendaries on the rings and the amulets. This is the one I was talking about, which I think really, really helped. Night Howler's Ring. Again, another aspect from a dungeon. Bloodhowl increases critical strike by 5%, so more lightning damage with shred, more damage overall, which is a great thing. In addition, Bloodhowl also affects nearby companions and players. Now, I didn't have any companions, so this is what you can use with wolves, and when you get the alpha aspect, werewolves too. But to me, this was huge on that world boss Ashava, because I was popping this almost every time it was up. I was looking to see if people avoided the moves, right? Avoided the swipe through that he would do, or she, whatever it was. And I would pop this to heal them. I don't know if it really helped. We had a couple people die, so it might not have. But I gave the group 5% critical strike and healed them for 20%. So to me, I could be wrong, but I thought this was a huge help. So I really enjoyed this, and it was what I got from a dungeon. So I thought this was big and really helped that build. Again, I think I got lucky because I got a good group. However, I do think this helped, even if it was just a little bit. All right, moving on up to my next one. Again, another one that I imprinted, so not a drop. Ring of the Unsatiated. I can't say that word. After killing an enemy with Shred, your next werewolf skill generates 20% more spirit and deals more damage. Now, in a perfect world, I would have a full thing of spirit. I'd hit Shred, kill an enemy with Shred, and then hit Shred again to deal 20% more damage. A lot of times I found myself just using Claw and to generate more spirit. Not the best, however, it helped. So I really enjoyed it. Again, you can get better legendaries. I did not get lucky drops. I was only able to use 1 out of the 4 that dropped, so it is what it is. However, this is one that I picked up from a dungeon, and I really enjoyed it, so it helped out a little bit, to say the least. And then the last one is the amulet that drops when you complete the that last boss in this part of the story, the protecting amulet. Just not one I think everyone's going to use, at least for a little bit. When you're not healthy, you're going to create a magical bubble that is summoned around you. It makes you immune. Great in a bind. I know it's only 80%, so it happens a lot, but I thought it was good. Another good part of it was you get damage reduction. I got spirit cost reduction, and I got +1 on all my defensive skills. So to me, that was Blood Howl and Earthen Bulwark. So again, pretty good. Again, not the best gear. I saw some people farmed a crap ton of gear that was probably more beneficial, but it is what it is. I probably played on this character probably 4 hours, and then probably 3 on the rogue, so about 7 hours total. So not too much. I had a lot going on, but I really enjoyed it. And again, I was able to go through World Tier Level 2 pretty quickly. I didn't have any issues. I did a lot better than I did on the first beta, and I think I only died once or twice. So, it is what it is. Take it how you want it. So now I'll go on to the actual gameplay. All right, I'll go through the skills pretty quickly. I went over this in the previous video before the server slam, but I'll just go through it again. Started off with Claw, basic werewolf skill. I then got into attack speed and then the poisoning. A lot of people liked Wild Claw. I just like this because the theme of the build was to poison enemies and have increased crit, so I went with poisoning. Moving on down, I got Shred, obviously the big part of the build with the aspect of Stormclaw, and then the Unsatiated. So again, Shred. Went into Enhanced Shred, and then also went into Raging Shred for the poison. Again, kind of that same thing on Claw. Kind of moving on, going on to the actual game, I think I'm going to go for Primal Shred, because I'll use Rabies and Claw to poison and then use Primal Shred for more crit. But anyway, that's what I used on this one. I then got 2 out of 3 on Predatory Instinct for more critical strike chance. Moving down the tree to our defensive skills. Kind of sad. I think I'm going to have to not use Earthen Bulwark in the future. I really liked it, especially for me. I'm kind of clumsy. You can probably see in the videos a little slow on reaction time, so this is pretty helpful. It's like a shield, gives me a barrier that absorbs life, but also too grants me unstoppable with enhanced Earthen Bulwark, and then gives me base life as Fortify. So kind of just theory crafting a little bit. I think I'm going to have to get rid of it. However, this one saved me a lot on the server slam. Next up, Blood Howl. Again, we have the aspect that heals everybody around us, companions, and gives us more crit. So this is a great skill. And then I just got Enhanced Blood Howl to get the cooldown. So again, I was hitting Blood Howl in dungeons probably every 5-6 seconds. I'd also use it after a fight, Blood Howl to heal, and not use a potion. So again, I loved it. This is an ability that I really liked. Moving on down, another one I really liked that I think I'm going to have to get rid of when I'm going Grizzly Rage is Poison Creeper. Love this ability. It's sad I have to probably not use it, but, it makes everybody in the area, poisons them and immobilizes them. A lot of times with weaker enemies, I'd hit this, group them up, hit Poison Creeper, and they'd all die. So I loved it. Sad I have to not use it moving on just due to skills and moving around. Then Enhanced Poison Creeper for more immobilize, and this was kind of a big part of it. Your critical strike chance increased by 20% when enemies strangled by Poison Creeper. So again, I group them up, hit Poison Creeper. Now I have 20% increased critical strike plus 4, so 20 plus 24 on top of my base, and then moving on to the last ones we had, then also getting synergizing that with poison enemies take 30% additional critical strike damage. So again, I'd use Poison Creeper, I'd use Shred, I'd use Claw, I'd use Rabies to poison the enemies, and now I'm doing more crit chance and dealing more crit damage, and now that crits are now lightning damage due to the Storm Claw aspect. So again, a lot of great synergy I had. I got 3 out of 3. One Neurotoxin. This one I'd get, again, moving on to 50. Critical strikes with werewolf skill to 8% of their 8 damage is poison. So again, that whole theme of the build is a poison. And then the last thing, I got Rabies. Really liked Rabies a lot. I was always hitting Rabies, and they spread pretty quickly, even without the 100% faster. So again, just a great build. I would go up to, and you'll see I'll go up to an enemy, build up Spirit with Claw. I would then use Vine Creeper, Rabies, get everybody poisoned. I'd hit a Blood Howl for my increased critical strike chance or to heal, and then hit Shred. So again, fun build. I really enjoyed, and I died less than 3 times total in my 4 hours playing as the Druid. So I really enjoyed it. All right, so just want to hop in a quick dungeon. Kind of pissed because I had a bunch of stuff that I thought was being saved, including killing Ashava in a pretty good dungeon run, but I didn't save it at all. So kind of did this at the last second. You can see it's 1:41, and the server closed at 2. So a little bit of a rush, but hopefully you can see kind of the parts of this build. So again, just going through a quick dungeon, just chose the closest one to me. The whole point of the build is to use Claw as our basic attack to generate Spirit. You can see here, get a big group, hit Poison Creeper, and it pretty much kills all of them already. The little delayed response by me there, but if you get frozen, you get stunned. You hit Earthen Bulwark to kind of get out of there. With the big enemies here, kind of get frozen again. I'm able to hop out, but use Blood Howl to heal instead of potions. Poison Creeper to get out of a bind, and then generate Spirit using Claw, and then use Rabies and Shred on enemies. Rabies on big targets. So just a quick one I did here. Nothing earth-breaking, nothing great about the build. Like, it's not the best build out there, but someone who's never played Diablo before and limited on Path of Exiles, I had a fun time, and really did a good. I thought I did a pretty good job. So killed everybody around on this one. You can see there's a big burst with Shred and Rabies. So I had a fun time with it. I know Druid wasn't really played as much compared to the other classes, but I had a really good time. As you can kind of see there, hit crits or 200s on there, 400 on everybody around me. So, it has potential for burst, and there's no way that I built it the right way. I don't have all the best gear. You guys will probably do changes in the skill build, which will make it better, but, I really enjoyed it and had a good time with it. So, kind of going through here, I'm not going to talk the whole time, but you kind of get the point of the build. Again, Claw to generate Spirit. Shred is my main damage for AoE. There's the lightning damage right there. Take out the whole group. You get a big group like this. Use Poison Creeper. Pretty much kills all of them already, just like that. And then, mow down the rest. You get a big elite, an elite or a boss. Use Claw, use Rabies to poison it. Shred to take it down. So you can see the constant poison damage ticking. And then you see here Shred, 431. Not too great, but I had a really good time with it. So, 471 crit right there. So I'll do the rest of the dungeon. You'll be able to see me kind of go through. Again, no means a pro, but I thought it was a good build. The boss at the end, kind of, I don't know if it's designed like it. They might need to fix it, but he was not hitting me at all for a majority. So just a forewarning, it's nothing like great skill or anything, but I was able to down the boss pretty quickly. So again, hopefully you enjoyed the video. There's probably about 4 minutes left, so continue to watch through if you want. Let me know if you have any questions, and if there's anything that you can improve the build on, or what did you play in the server slam. Just let me know.
I'm low on spirits.